Most people think fear is obvious. Sweaty palms, racing heart, panic. But the most powerful fear doesn't feel dramatic at all. It feels like hesitation, like overthinking, like putting things off. Fear doesn't always stop you. Sometimes it quietly steers you without you noticing. Fear is not an emotion designed to scare you. It's a prediction system. Your brain constantly scans for potential threats, physical, social, emotional. When uncertainty rises, fear activates. Not to harm you, to protect you. The problem is your brain evolved for physical danger, but now it reacts the same way to psychological risk. Fear doesn't wait for logic. When the amygdala detects uncertainty, it acts fast, often before the thinking brain gets involved. This shortcut keeps you safe from danger, but it also bypasses rational evaluation. That's why fear-based decisions feel automatic. Fear rarely shows up as panic. More often, it shows up as avoidance, procrastination, playing it safe, sticking to what's familiar. Fear disguises itself as logic. Now isn't the right time. I'll do it later. It's probably not worth it. Failure isn't dangerous, but your brain treats it like it is. Failure threatens identity, status, and self-worth. So fear nudges you away from situations where failure is possible. Not because you can't succeed, but because uncertainty feels unsafe. Humans are wired for social survival. Rejection once meant isolation. Isolation once meant death. That wiring still exists. So fear shapes decisions around how you're perceived. What you say, what you share, what you attempt. You don't choose freely. You choose safely. Fear defines the boundaries of your comfort zone. Inside it, outcomes are predictable. Outside it, the brain loses control. So fear keeps you close to what's known, even when it's limiting. Growth feels risky not because it's harmful, but because it's unfamiliar. Goals live in the future. Fear lives in the present. When the two conflict, fear wins. The brain prioritizes immediate safety over distant reward. That's why people abandon goals they care about, not from lack of desire, but from unresolved fear. Fear increases cognitive load. The more uncertain a situation feels, the more your brain tries to predict every outcome. This leads to overthinking, hesitation, and delay. Eventually, the brain chooses the easiest option: do nothing. Fear rarely says, "I'm afraid." It says, "This is risky. This isn't practical. You should wait." Fear borrows logic to justify avoidance. That's what makes it powerful. Fear protects you in the short term, but it limits you in the long term. Over time, fear-based decisions shrink your world. Options disappear, not because they were impossible, but because they were never explored. Fear responses are learned patterns. The brain adjusts based on experience. When uncertainty is survived repeatedly, fear weakens. Avoidance strengthens fear. Exposure retrains it. Fear doesn't disappear through force. It fades through familiarity. Small actions teach your brain that uncertainty isn't dangerous. Each experience updates the prediction system. Safety expands. Choices widen. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's action despite fear, with a nervous system regulated enough to proceed. Confidence isn't personality. It's neurological trust built over time. Fear isn't your enemy. It's a signal, often outdated. Once you recognize how fear quietly influences your decisions, you regain awareness. And awareness is where choice begins. Not fearlessness, not force, just understanding. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a scientific day.